Actually, in the meeting management is your leading for today, sir.
I am leading today. Fantastic. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for directing me to the right place. I can always count on the VCLs to put me in the right direction again. All right, everyone. So let's go ahead and what does the meeting management say for who's the secretary today, Nadine?
It's me, sir.
Okay. All
Me
right.
as the secretary.
Let's go ahead and share the screen, Nadine, and I'll lead the meeting. Okay, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Today we're going to take a look and inspect some work. Okay. So I think last time, Nadine, remind me, what did I say that we would do last time?
So today we're gonna inspect Dimas and Irma's work on adopting our techniques in their daily routine
Oh,
investigation. Actually,
okay. And tell us, Irma, how are we going to do that now? How are we going to inspect your work?
Okay, yesterday actually I do some acquisition audit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
WhatsApp, yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Let's take a look at it
Yeah,
and show us your accusation audits, please.
okay. But I'm not put in a case, but just screenshot
Okay.
it.
Show us what you got.
Okay, let me search in a screenshot.
Okay. All right.
Is
Irma, for the future, please bring your evidence to the discussion paper so that way we can, of course, make better use of our time here. Got like
okay.
6 very busy people, I'm sure. So time is of the essence. Nadine, in the
Okay.
meantime, was that Demas's examples on the paper already?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Actually,
All right. Why don't we do this then? You'll go, Irma, you'll go after Demas. Let's take a look at Demas's work first, okay? So Nadine, go ahead and share the screen again. And let's begin here. So Demas, all right, what are you going to show us today, Demas?
Yes, today I'm gonna show you my technique on the no-oriented question, sir.
Oh, fantastic. Let's take a look at that. All right, go ahead.
Yes, so in summary, we have Anna. She is a budget traveler and looking for a villa within the Uluwatu Bingin or Pecatu area.
Okay.
And her intention for renting the villa is solely to have a work and holiday vacation,
Okay.
since her main occupation is being a travel photographer. So
Okay.
this is the screenshot.
Got it.
She
Okay.
stated that she wanted to have a private kitchen in
Okay.
a villa.
Okay.
And also, um, yeah, I gave her a recommendation since she asking for a private kitchen villa,
Mm-hmm.
but s- I looked for it, but we didn't have a match for that since
Mm-hmm.
the villa is around like 10 million and up, and her budget is around 4 to 6 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest her to have like a guest house for alternative, but
Mm-hmm.
she didn't respond.
Mm-hmm.
And the my response is like, would you be interested if we offer some guest house recommendation, Anna?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I wrap up the conversation.
Okay.
And
Where's the
yeah, she
no-oriented
hasn't.
question?
I think that was the oriented question. No oriented question. Would you be interested if we offer some guest house recommendation?
Let's go to Irma. Irma, is that a no-oriented question?
I think it's not oriented question since
Sure.
they has just offering. It's just offering the property. I think.
Okay. All right. Demas, you have understood incorrectly, and Irma has understood correctly. Now, Irma, give us an example of a no-oriented question that you would ask at this point.
Okay. Would you be interested if we offer some guest house? Okay. Would you be interested if we offer some guest house recommendation? Uh, are you not interested with this property? And Anna
Refine
is
that
a
for me.
no.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go and pass this around. Let's go to Wayana, babe. How would you refine what Irma said? She's a little bit more on the right theme, but not quite there yet.
Okay, let me read the thing. I see. I think in here the guest is stated that not interested because they're looking for with the kitchen. So in this one, I think more into like, oh, I I you are looking for more place for with a kitchen.
Okay, that's still not a note-oriented question. Let's go over to Gray. Gray, frame this in a note-oriented question for us.
Would you be interested over some guest house?
Considering she doesn't reply, I think, from what Dimas has said.
Mhm.
So we said, hey, Anna, do you want to give up on this transaction?
Okay, that's
Maybe
at this
something like
point,
that.
right? Let's go up a little bit. Okay, good. That's a note-oriented question, Dimas, right? So if she hasn't gotten back to us, then yeah, that's it. Okay, that's it. Would you be bothered? Would you be against? Would you be opposed to another alternative? Okay, that's the way to offer a no-oriented question, and I would just begin there. Remember, the no-oriented question is simply a way to go back and discover what this person will or will not accept. Okay, so you have put a yes-oriented question, right? And you have gotten a no response. So if you tried it the other way, said, would you be against having another option that includes a guest house? Okay. That could be a direction that you can take. Let's go over to Nadine. Nadine, what do you think?
Yes. So I think in this case, it's not gonna be strong enough if we only using the no-oriented
Of course.
questions,
Yep.
since we
That's correct.
know since we know this guest is we know the budget range already, and you're trying to offer something that is outside the budget range, right?
That's correct.
You can actually try to add acquisition audit. Okay, so look, this probably you might probably think this irrelevant, but I'm going to show you more options that is my outside your budget range.
Mhm.
But would you be mad? Would you be bothered if I just give you the options of our guest houses that have kitchens, and let's talk about the price later, gitu, something like that jadinya.
Best
So that's
answer available is that answer, Dimas. So Irma, Dimas, that's the idea, and also Wyana too as well. Listen, the no-oriented question is not, let's say, okay, you're trying to use no-oriented question, but the correct scenario here is you don't have a match. You've looked in your inventory, you see that whatever you have is at another level above, right? And you know that they need a kitchen. So the best thing you can do is, like Nadine just put out accusation audit, and then follow it with a note-oriented question, right? You might think that the next options I have are not going to be relevant, but what I've tried to do is to find you some options that actually do include a kitchen. Now, it might be surprising to your budget that it might be not according to your budget, but let's take a look and see if this is what you want first, and then we can try to get the budget. Actually, just go with what Nadine said. It was better than what I just said anyway, right? What Nadine said is the correct way to actually orient it. That Nadine, please write that down, send it up in the comments, and that way it is then embedded into our history. And it actually, once you have that, we can put that as the conclusion for this particular direction. Okay, so Dimas, you need to work on your understanding. Okay, a little bit. You need to work on two things. One is the strategy. The strategy is, when do you say what? Okay. So in this case, accusation audit followed by a no-oriented question is the correct way to bridge the gap. Okay. The second thing is applying the tactic. So you need to know how to apply the tactic. So on both ones, I did not see actually the inspection pass this time. So you're going to have to try this again until we can see that you actually got the skill down. All right. Great. Dimas, are there any other examples that we can expect? Oh, wait. There's some more stuff. There's some more stuff here. Interesting. Okay. All right. This is interesting. All right, Dimas, take us further down the conversation here.
Okay, so for this conversation, I try to suggest her with any other property that she, might match with her,
Okay.
but yeah, we haven't got any response yet.
Okay. Once again, this is where you did some things interestingly. Let's go to Wyana. What did Demas do correctly, and what did he do incorrectly here?
Thank you for the suggestion, but actually, I will like I must be like cooking.
Actually, what did he do incorrectly? He tried once again to do something and it was done incorrectly. So, okay, Dimas, again, you have a tactical mistake and a strategic mistake again here. So let's figure out what the tactical mistake is. Okay, let's go over to Gray. Gray, what do you think the tactical mistake was?
I think for me, based on what I see, is Dimas use label, but
He tried to use a label.
yeah, but he plays it incorrectly. I think it should be
That
like
is
from the
correct.
start.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Dimas, you are trying to label by saying this person must like cooking. That's not a label. That's an accusation, right? You're saying you're assigning. Okay. Remember, a label you have to actually create empathy. Okay. You're not creating empathy when you call somebody something, right? That is not empathy anymore. That's like saying, that's like me saying, hey, you have some bread on your plate. You must like sandwiches. No, that doesn't even, that doesn't even make any sense, right? You, in order to label correctly, Dimas, what should you do? Not you must like cooking. It should be,
Let me think. It seems like you like cooking,
yes.
or
It
it
seems like,
seems like you enjoying cooking.
yes, like that. Okay, not like you must like cooking. That's a little bit. I would be like, you're really not understanding me at all, right? Or you're forcing me into, yeah, you're sort of demanding. You're saying you must be like this. You don't want to use must, have to in negotiation, because that forces a belief onto somebody. In fact, it forces you're giving them an identity rather than creating a space for them to develop their identity. Okay, what you want to do is you want to create space for them to expand. Hey, it seems like you like cooking, and then shut up, right? Just be quiet, because what you want them to do is you want them to fill that space with explanation. Yeah, I love cooking. These are the top 3 things I cook every time, right? Oh, you like cooking this, right? Mirror. Remember, okay, this is your tactical mistake. Your tactical mistake is you do not put seems like or looks like or whatever. You said you must. Now this then creates a situation where this person now, like let's say I talk to you, Dimas, for a while, and I'm saying you're a boy, you must like football. And if you like football, that's great. But if you don't like football, now I've put you into that category. You're like, now it's awkward, right? Now I don't have anything to say. But if I talk to you and it says, "Hey, Dimas, you're wearing a football jersey. You seem to like talk a lot about football play. It seems like you actually enjoy football, right? I'm being curious. I'm asking you for more information. Okay, so that's the difference here between being tactically empathetic and being demanding there. So after that, you need to follow that up with silence. Okay, just go quiet, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out how important cooking is to this person, which you did not do. You immediately followed up by putting the next part in, which ruins your flow. Okay, so instead of discovery right now, you're rushing into a pattern matching issue. Okay, maybe you would have done instead, or actually, let's go to Nadine, because Nadine has some really good ideas here. Nadine, what would you have done afterwards?
After this, the guest replied, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do label though,
Yeah.
but something like, oh, sounds like you're not interested to my suggestions. Sounds like I just gave you the wrong options.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Even better, right? Even better. Being more relevant to the deal flow. Okay. Or it sounds like this kitchen is pretty crucial for, okay. Actually, in this particular regard, what about a mirror? What do you think about that? A kitchen is very important, question mark.
Yeah, could be as well. See,
Okay. Why would a mirror work well here, Nadine?
so we can really know why is the kitchen's important. So
Right.
maybe like if they can turns out they say that because we need a rice cooker, and then ternyata kita punya one property yang doesn't necessarily have a kitchen but have a rice cooker, then it can work, right?
Excellent. Very, very good. Very good. See, this is the key here. This is the deal breaker in the deal, or you can explore, right? There's probably 3 good ways we can take this, but this is not the right way, Dimas. Okay, so this is the first way you could have gone. You could have used a mirror. The kitchen is very important to you? Question mark. I would like to know more, right? Maybe they say the kitchen's important because they have a certain lifestyle, right? Maybe they are vegan and they need to cook their own food, or they are religiously bound by a certain diet code, or they want to save money. So you don't know why the kitchen is important. So you can't, now you have to deliver a kitchen. You cannot deliver a solution. Okay. Maybe you find out that they're vegan and you can say, hey, look, there's a really cheap, good vegan restaurant that is open 8 hours a day right next to this place. If I can't get you a kitchen, but you're next door here, would that make your trip successful? And they might go, yeah, that's perfect, actually, Or if it's about religious things, then can we actually organize a maybe, like, I don't know, another option for that, right? So because we don't know right here, we're a little bit stuck, okay? So mirroring to discover is your first option. The second thing that you can do is this. You can actually calibrate the question, okay? Calibrate, say, hey, it sounds like this kitchen is really important to you. Are there any other factors that would influence whether or not you potentially would want or not want to book a property with us today? Okay. You need to kind of narrow it down to, is this actually a deal breaker? Are there other deal breakers in the pathway too as well? And they go, well, no, a kitchen is the only thing. Great. Okay. If a kitchen's the only thing, then let me work on finding a solution for you. Now, tell me, is it that you need a kitchen? Or is it that you need access to other sort of facilities that you need to cook your own food? Can you tell me more about that? That's where you start discovering, why is this requirement for a kitchen so important? Is it about budget? Is it about, whatever else? Okay. The third thing is this. You might not have the right assumption yet about this guest, Dimas. You said that this Dimas is a budget type traveler. What makes you think that they are a budget type traveler?
Because the budget that she stated for 4 to 6 million a month. I
Okay,
think
that doesn't mean that they are a budget type traveler, everybody. Okay, what it just means is it means that they're trying to get a good deal. A budget type traveler, remember, Dimas, is a person who will not shift their budget for any reason, right? They will just keep that certain budget and they won't take, let's say, they won't upgrade, okay, but they will downgrade. That's what a budget type traveler is. We haven't actually discovered yet whether they are willing to trade budget for anything else, okay? And that becomes one of the key points to know here. Are they willing to trade a little bit more money to get the benefit of a kitchen? Okay, so that part we don't really know yet. So that part is what we need to discover. If we find that they are unwilling to make any trade at all, right, for any upgrades, then you can simply suggest this is the cheapest option. This is the thing that fulfills your budget. I've determined that budget is more important to you than anything else, but I'm sure that, like, if you get this, you can still get your food and whatever else you need for a different requirements, right? So that will still fit within the money scenario. If they are a comfort type traveler, which they might be, you might be, okay, you might be able to find a cheaper deal, but it's going to be very, very far away. It won't have internet. It won't have, fast upload speed, which you are a photographer. And since I know that could be important for you, right? So which one would you rather give up, the kitchen or being able to upload and do your work in a better way? So that's what you need to kind of like create a decision point for this person for, right? But we don't really know at this point what their real parameters are. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's go to that last engagement here. So two more things here. After you throw a label out or a mirror out, give them time to respond. Don't respond with your own stuff right away because that kills the conversation, okay? So right here, just say, the kitchen is important for you. Please tell me more, right? Okay, next, you've diverted the deal now, okay? You've diverted the deal, and don't be surprised if they don't get back to you. Because guess what? it's your job now to come up with an option for them. That's what you've actually said that you will do. You will look around for a villa that fits their thing, but then you're telling them that typically that's not available. So you're sending a confusing message to the potential buyer. You're saying like, you know what? Let me look in my shop for something that you want, but typically nothing what you want is actually at your budget. What do you want to do? Oh, I don't know. Why don't you go look in your shop first and let me know, right? So that's what the guest is expecting right now. So it's actually not you that should be asking the guest what to do. It should be you that comes back right now and says, this is what I found. I found nothing, okay? This is the best option that I've had. Have you done that yet, Dimas?
Not quite sure, sir.
Okay, you haven't, right? Because I don't see any more further development here. This is
Yeah,
where
I'm
the
trying.
conversation ended, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why this guest has not gotten back to you, because they are waiting for you to come back and tell them, hey, you know, I wasn't able to find anything. Okay. So that's where the breakdown has been happening in this particular thread. Okay. Nadine, do you have any other feedback that might help Dimas approach his next case?
Yeah, I think it's been stated all, sir, and I would agree with that.
Okay.
Just I think techniques. You need to know when to use it, and then how to use it. Not only how, tapi when. Like the stages that we already have here. Apa namanya? We already arranged some of the when to use it and what to use in what stage gitu loh. Jadi bisa diobserve lagi, dibaca lagi sih Dimas sama Irma gitu. That's my advice, sir.
Okay, great. So let's break down Dimas's engagement here. One, I don't think Dimas has identified the type of guest correctly, right? So he thinks the guest might be budget, but hey, look, a budget guest would never then take a increase in price for an exchange in an amenity, right? That's what a budget guest would look like. I would always choose a cheaper option as long as a cheaper option presented itself. That's what a budget mindset looks like. But this person, I don't think they're entirely budget, right? Because they want that kitchen. We need to figure out why they want that kitchen. Okay, that is the important part. Do they want that kitchen because of comfort? Is it because they want to cook the food that they like, enjoy? Or is it because they are even more budget conscious and they just want to cook cheap food and save money? Okay, that part is why the discovery on why they need that kitchen has become so important, because that allows us to go back and identify the person correctly. Dimas, trust, I don't think is the problem here. I think they are really open and talking and doing the thing really well. But the problem is you have not respected the trust that you've taken from this person. You've committed to go and look for other options, but you have not brought any other options before them, right? You just say, hey, look, I think we might have some options with the kitchen, but they're going to cost more. What do you think of that? Well, then go and bring those options forward, right? Don't just say, I think they might cost more. This is what the options look like, and this is what they cost. Now, what do you want to do? Do you want to go with the option of having a kitchen or the option of not having a kitchen and getting a better price? Okay, so that's what you can do better on step 2. Step 3 is the discovery, which is a little bit well done, but not entirely. You know what features they're looking for. You know they're looking for something in this location. They have this budget. That's great, but you don't know why. You don't know why yet. You don't know why they need the kitchen. And you don't know even if the kitchen is the deal breaker, which it seems to be, right, in this case. So you need to know why, and you need to know what other potential deal breakers there are in this negotiation. Besides the kitchen, is there anything else that would make you say no to any other offers I bring you, right? So that way you don't have to keep on bringing things that this person says no to. You can get to that conclusion quickly, okay? And pattern matching. I think you're trying to pattern match right now. You're trying to look for something in the inventory that has a kitchen that's in budget. Have you tried to do that yet, Dimas? Have you seen, is there anything that we have that is that budget that doesn't, that has a kitchen and is within budget?
Yeah, I mean there is one property that offer kitchenette but not entirely kitchen.
Okay,
So
then
only
present present that one, right? But before you present it, say, hey, look, accusation audit. I found something that has a kitchen, but it's not a very complete kitchen. It might be close to your budget. Would that be okay for me to show it to you, right? And then if they say yes, then you know they probably are flexible about the quality of the kitchen, okay? If they say, does it have this? Does it have this? Did they have this? Then you know that you've discovered you probably need to find something with the extra features, okay? And then if they start asking you about the extra features, you can go, would you be willing to pay more if those features were present, right? Because now you're asking more. That's how you negotiate, okay? That's how you get closer to the deal. So that's, when you find it, that's the approach I would take, Dimas, okay? Present it, accusation audit, ask a no-oriented question, and then if they say yes, you know they are willing, they're probably a budget person, right? They're willing to take a lower quality for a lower price. If they say no, then you know that they are probably a comfort type traveler and they're willing to upgrade and for those features. But you need to get them to commit to the upgrade in price if they ask for an upgrade in features. So that's pretty fair. You ask for more, then you should pay more, okay? So that's how you can negotiate and then close the deal. Dimas, I want to see what you do next, okay? So please take this advice, go ahead and practice it. You can call in any of your coaches right here if you need more fine tuning, but that would be the next step, okay? All right, fantastic. Good work, Dimas. Okay, let's go to the next one. Irma, are you ready? Do you have something you can show us?
Mr. Jing,
Yes.
I have do acquisition audit yesterday, and I just screenshot that not the whole not the whole conversation, but in my previous case that want to bring up today, I just put in the conversation on this case in with Olga, and I have mirroring. Can I show this for you, sir?
Okay.
Yes, please. You want to share your screen atau gimana, Irma?
No, please share the screen for me, Kak, because my connection was bad.
Okay, we're gonna click on
so
the
I will
conversation.
share to this ini ya apa
Yeah.
Google Drive ya.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go take a look at it, Nadine. Then we'll take a look at the thread on the conversation. Okay, welcome Vera and Shaylin to the conversion chapter. Hopefully some of this will be applicable in your day-to-day work with negotiating with employees. Okay, okay, good. So this person is going to come for a visit. What do you think of our properties? Are you interested? Okay, let's go to Gray. Gray, is that?
It's not this.
What would you say about that?
So they reply quite late already. They reply like one day, I guess. But before that, hey, contact me on Instagram. I will come at 7. I've already came. I wouldn't say what do you think about our properties. I will maybe ask like, how's the visit? Is there something that you didn't like, or is it to your liking?
Right. Okay.
Let's say, and then he probably will say there are not enough space for clothes.
Okay. So we're going into stage 3, discovery. Right. We're going to try to discover what this person wants. Let's go over to Vera. Vera, what's your thoughts on this one? Discovery. You recently had some success in discovery. Is there anything that you think could be improved in this particular case?
Okay, wait. Let me read this first.
This is the first lines. What do you think about our properties? Are you interested?
Wait, is the guest already
They
come
visited
to the property?
Hmm?
Oh, they already visited. Oh, okay. What do you think about our properties? Are you interested? I think the question "Are you interested?" is too fast. No.
Could be. Okay, let's go to Nadine. Nadine, how would you cap this? How would you start this conversation?
Actually, I would just say, hey, thank you for visiting. Glad to hear that. How's your visit? Do you apa namanya? Does this property meet your expectations?
Okay.
Something like
Okay.
that, sir.
All right. Look, everyone, it's fine as an opener, right? There's no reason to put an accusation audit in now. It's just simply a way to get them to respond, right? Just an open discovery process. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. There's nothing actually wrong with it. Now, the second response, that's where there is problems. Okay, Irma, that on your reply, that's where the problems start beginning. Let's go over to Vera. Vera, how could Irma have improved her response to the space for clothes?
It's the second response is the so you need a bigger wardrobe, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would actually like mirroring
Yes.
the
You need more space for clothes, question mark.
Yes.
Right. And let them expand into that, right? Create the opening, Irma, and let them kind of go into that particular thing. You are offering a solution now without offering a particular discovery. How much space for clothes do you need? What exactly kind of clothes do you plan on bringing, right? And more crucially is this. You've gone into stage 4 without really doing stage 3 very well, okay? And this is why. Because you do not know, besides the wardrobe, are there any other concerns that you would have that would prevent you from renting this property? Okay. So you've immediately tried to pattern match, but here's the problem, right? Let me ask you this. Were they happy with your first alternative, Irma?
No.
Did they have a new problem?
Yeah. It has new problem.
Right.
Again with
Right. They had a new problem, right? Because they'll say that this isn't right because of this, right? So what you need to do is you need to narrow it down to where the core problems are. Okay. So I would go like this. Let's go back up to the top again, and we'll navigate through this. Or wait, let's not have me do it. Let's have Dimas practice, right? This is about getting the people here to try. Dimas, I'm gonna give you a chance to redeem yourself. Okay. What would you have done on this line instead of asking, "Oh, you need a bigger wardrobe"? What could you have done?
I would mirror, sir.
Okay, good. Your mirror, like you need bigger space, right? Okay, yeah. I'll practice with you. Okay, so what would you write down?
Yeah. So, do you need enough space for clothes? Like question mark.
Okay.
So it would. Yeah.
Yes, I have a very large wardrobe. I have a very large collection of clothes.
Oh yeah, it seems like you need a wardrobe then, like create a label on that. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be right. I would need a big wardrobe. Okay, and then refine it. Keep on going. Okay. All right. The next thing you want to do is Dimas, let's reverse it now. Okay. You pretend to be the client. I will ask the questions. Okay. So you're Olga now, and I'm going to be doing reservations. Okay. So, you're going to tell me about the space for clothes. Okay. I go, oh, you need more space for clothes? Question mark.
So am I the buyer then?
You're the guest now. You're the guest now. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have a amount of clothes that I need to save.
Okay, it sounds like you need a safe place for all your clothes? Question mark.
That is correct.
Okay. How much space would you need for all your clothes?
I would say two space to store my clothes.
Okay, 2 spaces to store your clothes. Okay. So besides the clothes, Dimas, are there any other reasons why you would not book this villa today?
Because it doesn't have the wardrobe that I really wanted.
Okay, so if I could get you the wardrobe that you wanted, would you be interested in going forward with this deal?
Yeah, only if I have the chance to look at it.
Okay, so if I can organize a chance for you to look at it and an appropriate wardrobe and not lose any of the features of this existing villa, would that be interesting for you?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, fantastic. Now let's do this, right? Let's organize your next visit and let's do this, Dimas. I'll get back to you in 30 minutes with a solution for your clothes. so that your clothes can be safe, right? And I will find something that works for you. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah,
Okay,
totally.
great. So now we have essentially our work to a deal. Okay, we have already figured out where it's going to go. Now we can do a number of things here now, Dimas, right? We can maybe create a clothing space somewhere in the property for you. Okay, that is available. Maybe we'll take a bedroom that is not being used and make it your walk-in wardrobe. Okay, so we have some options here because what I've found out is that you really just need space for your clothes, and then that probably can be one of the angles where I do this. Let's go to Nadine. Nadine, how would you do this? Let's change the simulation now. Let's put Irma as the guest, you as the reservation person, and try it out. So Irma, you're going to be Olga, and Nadine will be on the reservations. And I think Nadine can start.
Okay. I'm the reservation, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Irma, glad to hear that you're visiting our place already. How's your visit?
It was good, but I have to save my clothes because, and this wardrobe is not enough for me. For to save.
The wardrobe is not enough for you?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
true.
I see. That's true. Could you please let me know more about that? I mean, how much space do you need for your clothes?
I need for my clothes, my shoes, and then my books. So
Oh,
some like this.
sounds like you're gonna have a lot of wardrobe to be stored in the property.
Yes, correct. Because I want to move from Jogja actually.
You want to move to Jogja from Jogja?
From Jogja. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, that's not that's no make sense. You're probably gonna need a very spacious wardrobe then. Okay. Besides the wardrobes, actually, Irma, do you have anything else that comes becomes your concern? So you're not considering to book our property now?
I need my private kitchen with a mini fridge in my room actually.
Ah, I see. So also you need the mini fridge and private kitchen too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I totally understand now why you don't pick this property to for you to book. Okay. Besides the kitchens, wardrobe, and the mini fridge, is there anything else?
I think enough for me because it's complete me. That's
I
complete for
see.
me.
I see. That's complete for you. Okay. So if I can find something with spacious wardrobe, mini fridge, and private kitchen for you, would you like to secure the deal with me?
Sure, but I think I have to look the location first because I wanna move in Canggu.
Okay, Canggu. You want to move in Canggu.
Hmm.
Which part of
Hmm.
Canggu exactly you prefer?
In near a beach in Batu Bolong Beach.
Ah, near Batu Bolong Beach. Okay. Sounds like you're going to you like to go to the beach very often.
Yeah, of course.
I see. Okay. Okay, great. Is there anything else besides
Mm,
the wardrobe, mini fridge, kitchen, and the Batu Bolong location?
no, I think it's enough for me.
I see. Okay, thank you so much, Irma. You make this. It's actually helpful. Helps a lot for me to find you the suitable property for you. So please give me 30 minutes to find the property based on your criteria, and then I will get back to you as soon as. Okay.
Sure, thank you for your
Okay.
help, Nadine.
Yeah, I think that's how I do it.
Okay, fantastic. So everybody, I was labeling each particular tactic that Nadine was implementing, and you can kind of see the dissection of each of our tactics, right? So it's knowing when to mirror, when to label, when to paraphrase, and when to discover. So it's a very regular cycle there. It's like, okay, you want if you actually have experienced this, you probably have experienced this when waiters take your order. Mhm. Right?
Mm.
If you think about it, right? When waiters take your order, they
Yeah.
go, "Hi, what would you like to order tonight?" And they'd say this, this, this. They go, "Okay, you want this, this, and this. Is there anything else?" All right? They always say that. And they go, "Oh, thank you for reminding me. I want this now." "Oh, okay, you want this, 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 and this, and this new thing. Is there anything else?" No. "Okay, this is what you wanted, and we'll come back with your order." So in a way, they're mirroring you and summarizing you, and they generally don't label. They don't go, "Oh, sounds like you're hungry tonight," right? If you order a lot of food. But that's essentially the approach. So I'm sure we've all experienced this before, and it's just a matter of putting that into practice in this larger context of negotiation and persuasion. Okay. All right. So that's the technique. I think you've both have experienced it now, using it. Now, what I want to see is practice. Okay. So today is better than before. Before, we're not using it at all, but we're still not using it correctly. We're not using it correctly in terms of the execution, but we're also not timing it correctly. So I hope after today, our timing will improve, which is the strategy, when to use the particular tactic, and the actual delivery of the tactic will also be correct, right? So when we call a label, it will start looking like labels. Okay. All right, good. Let's continue. Nadine, is there anything else on the list that we should take a look at?
Okay, there is unfinished conversations within Irma case, so let's have a look.
Oh,
Okay.
this is pretty bad. Hey, look, okay, this is non-SLA. You see, this person says, "Can I come at 4 p.m.?" And we did not respond in 2 hours. Okay, that's not good, Irma. That's just a basic issue. We need to respond within a short amount of time on WhatsApp. So definitely not 2 hours. Okay, so that's another error there. Okay, let's keep on going. Yes, okay, reschedule for today. Good news, you can visit today. Okay, I'm late. I'm gonna be at Kuta. Okay, visit this properly. Okay, see, there you go. New problem, right? All right, and then it's not clean. Okay, and then now, Irma, I see you're getting kind of like you're skipping all the steps now, right? You're just jumping into pattern matching without even more discovery or more issues there. So okay, that's that, and that's that. Okay, and then it gets worse, right? It gets where the availability is not even available. Okay, and then this new situation has happened. Okay, let's keep on going. Wow. Oh, and I guess there's not really fun to live alone. Oh God. On time do you visit? Okay, bigger. Okay, clean gas. What about your property, please? Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I do see Irma has attempted to summarize there outside the room because it's a long board. Okay, okay. Interesting. Not yet. Yes. Oh my God, this person is really dedicated. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's it. Okay. Whew. Okay. So Irma, do you realize how much time you could have saved if you had asked those follow-up questions in the very beginning? All right. So in addition to the whatever you need, would there be anything else that would stop you? Because then they don't need to keep on going backwards, forward, backwards, forwards, backward, forwards. You could have discovered that they needed a space to keep their surfboard. You could have discovered that they need company around them, and so on and so forth, right? But Olga, what type of traveler do you think Olga is? Comfort, budget, exotic, or luxury? Irma. Irma, you're muted. Can't hear you.
Yeah, she need comfort.
Okay, good. So that means you can negotiate on what?
And how what they need about what they need, which can comfort her like this.
No, it means that she will willing to compromise what? What is she willing to trade for comfort? Okay, let's go to Wayana. Wayana, what do you think a comfort traveler will trade? What is Olga willing to trade for comfort?
Budget.
Yeah, that's it. So Irma, this person probably can afford a bit more if comfort is the main concern. Okay, so it's a really good sign when people keep on adding more things that they want, because it basically means that they're ready to pay for it, right? So what you need to establish is this. You need to establish you need to keep their expectations going with the things that they're asking for. You can say, I can find you something with this, but it will cost you a bit more. Is that something that you can live with? And make sure you have it, because otherwise what's happening is this, right? You're not doing the if I can, would you, right? If I can find this, right, would you be willing to pay a little bit more to actually access it? No. Okay, then there's probably no point in you trying anyway, because this person is actually a budget traveler and not a comfort traveler then. Okay, so what you want to understand is, are they willing to trade anything for more features? Okay, so things like cleanliness, that's a basic thing. I don't think that a kid or whatever should be unclean. That you need to report to community, and they need to make sure that property is clean. But things like, you want this, you want this, you want this, these are things that I could look to find, but it's going to cost maybe a bit more. Would you be okay with that, right? And really understand if it's a feature. If it's like company and more people in a guest house, maybe not. That doesn't have anything to do with that. But if they're asking for more features, then it probably will come with a corresponding cost. Okay. So, how many days have you been working on this deal, Irma?
I think this will to Tuesday. The last conversation is today is the Thursday.
Okay,
It's
so
a
2 days, 2 days almost working on this deal, yeah.
yeah. The last conversation is Thursday on Thursday. On Thursday, yeah.
Oh, when did it start? When did the conversation begin?
Oh, Monday, 17th January. 17th January.
Holy
It's been
shit!
1 week.
11 days?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more than a week then.
Yeah, more than a week.
Okay.
You can probably close the deal, Irma, because this person is already hanging with you for a week, so they probably are trusting you. You can tell them anything at this point. You can say, "Hey, look, at this point, there is nothing else better than what I've offered to you. Would you be prepared to make a decision? And if you were to give up one thing, what would you want to give up?" You can start with that, right? Would it be the space for the clothes? Would it be for the... You need to get them into the mode of giving up something, because there's nothing that fulfills everything that they need. Okay. So if you were to give up one thing, what would that one thing be? If you give up the next thing, what would that be? If you give up the third thing, what would that be? And then work your way backwards. Okay. Look, I can find something that you really need. This is the first most important thing that you told me. I can probably not find something for the next two. Would that be okay for your first month? Okay. And then get them in. Okay. Once they get in, they probably will start getting comfortable there anyways and not want to move again. But that's how I would start narrowing this person down into a close. You've already discovered as much as you can in this particular case. Let's go over to Nadine. Nadine, what do you think?
Yes, Irma. There's also one technique to discover what things are the most important to the least important for them. So if the apa tadi katanya wardrobe, ternyata wardrobe-nya yang paling atas, the most important. And then biasanya eventually they will give up the other points yang not really important juga gitu. So if you can focus on looking for something yang memenuhi the most important things listnya, itu juga bisa memudahkan Irma untuk mencari propertinya gitu. And this should be juga my advice juga, Irma. Since it's already been for a week, why don't you ask Gray or me or somebody to help on this, right? This is you keep on trying this by yourself and you already been doing it for a week. It's just apa namanya ya, should be bisa lebih awal lagi sebetulnya, bisa lebih cepat Irma sebetulnya. Just ask help kan. We always stand by on Discord. Even we only have this twice a week these sessions, tapi we always stand by on Discord to actually apa namanya cope these things gitu yang urgent gitu Irma. Jadi nggak apa-apa if you need help, tell us gitu.
Excellent.
Yep,
Thank you, Nadine.
that's my...
Yeah, Irma, in this case, ask for help quicker, because it's a miracle this person's still around after a week, actually. So that part is pretty interesting. Let's go over to Greg.
I actually just wanted to add that I think you guys should have the mindset that sometimes what's urgent is not just case. A deal is actually quite urgent, considering you need to discover their check-in date, etc., and how much they are window shopping actually, because it's a matter of time if you lose with some other property agent. And yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I think Gray brought up the good point. I mean, Irma, do you know when exactly this person wants to check in?
I don't think so because I
Mm.
think when he contact an Instagram, he's already taught Instagram. But I just want asked to get like this.
Okay, you didn't try to discover that too, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's another thing you can do. Listen, Dimas, Irma, everybody, when you get really good at this, just call, okay? Because when you call, you can have these engagements finished really quickly. If you do this WhatsApp thing, maybe they're not around, maybe they have lunch in between, and you don't get the information you need, and then you have to hang around. Look, a lot of times, Gray, I hear people in reservations say that we're overworked, we don't have enough time, we don't whatever. It's also because if we're not using the tool correctly, then an engagement like this takes 9 days instead of 10 minutes. If you put me in front of this person in 10 minutes, I can probably discover everything that took 9 days to discover and get to the key issue that they need to solve right away. It would literally go something like this, right? I would keep on trying to probe and say, besides that, is there anything else? Besides that, is there anything else? Besides that, Irma, you had an opportunity to try that out, right? And then within like 10 minutes, you can find out what they need. You can also find out, okay, make it easy on yourself. Now that you told me you need A, B, and C, which one is the least important to you? All right. Because I might not, accusation audit, right? Like, you might not think that I have, you might think that I might not be able to pull these out, but I have to warn you, I'm not a genie, right? There might not be a property that can actually fulfill all your needs. So if you were to give up something, what would you want to give up first? Okay. And second and third. So that way I understand what the priorities are for you. Okay. In addition, since I need to ask you this, you look like you are interested in being comfortable first. Would you be willing to upgrade your budget if I found you something that fulfilled your primary needs first? And they say yes. Okay, great. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to come up with a list of 3 properties. Okay. One of these I think can take care of most of your needs. The second one will be my second attempt. The third one will be my third attempt. Can we try to aim to get you checked in by the end of this week, all right, or the end of today, or whatever? And that way you can do it over the phone, 5-10 minutes, and it's done. You do this over chat, and it's like you have to pick the conversation up, and then maybe they write to you when you're sleeping, and it goes on the next day, and on and on and on and on. So at some point we have to learn to use our tools, which is the phone call, and get the job done faster. It's okay when you practice to use text; it's easier for us to track. But at some point, Nadine, Wyan, they all know this, right? Like, the phone is your biggest tool to get this thing done. Okay. All right. That's that. I think we've gone into enough detail here. We're going to inspect Irma and Dimas's work next time. Okay. A little bit of improvement from last time, but we want to see more, right? We want to see more like actually using the correct techniques. Okay. Nadine, is there any other topics on the board that we should address? I think we're almost out of time. Actually, we're out of time. We only have 3 minutes now. But let me just take a look and see
Yes.
what's there. Yeah.
Actually, there's only one case left from
From
Kyla,
Carla.
and Kyla isn't here
Ah,
anyway,
okay.
so
Let's
we
take a
can
look at
postpone it.
that case for the moment and just give ourselves the correct orientation. All right. And this is what I want you guys to do. Let's increase the speed and frequency. Just a second ago, Nadine offered to put the Slack channel available. Dimas, Irma, what I want you guys to do is this, okay? Every day until next Tuesday, I want you to put in one example of whatever you're doing and just tell us, this is how I think a label is done. Okay. This is me using a note-oriented question. This is me doing an accusation on it. Just put it in there, and the rest of us will tell you if you're doing it right or wrong. We're not having this so that we can possibly transform. We're doing this so that you can possibly transform. Really, the whole team is pulling for you guys. Okay. So let's get your practice in, get you guys so that you understand how to use these tactics and strategy correctly, and you'll be on your way. And you won't have to hear me like No, this is wrong. No, this is wrong anymore. You'll hear me say, hey, that's right. Hey, that's right. Okay, that's going to be a good transition for me too. Okay, Kyla brought in this. Let's take a look at the case real quick so that I can kind of stimulate my brain and think about how to address it next time. So Kyla said, all right, good. That's good. Okay, that's identification, everyone. Please take a look at that. Kyla has set this up correctly. She knows the name of the guest. She knows how they found us, which is important. Okay. She knows what this person is. He's a property manager and a realtor. And he says that he knows this field really well. Okay, great. She set up the approach. Approach them through emails. Okay, very good. Okay, 18-hour difference. Okay, good. Video only. Here's a conversation. Great. Okay, that is good identification. Now we have a clear idea who this person is and how we can relate to them. So that part is set up well. There's enough conversation documentation for us to then get into the details so we can examine it more. So let that be a good inspiration for everybody here, right, on how to at least do step one right? Oh, wow. That's incredible. Wow. Oh, my God. Did Kyla write this all down? Is this a phone call?
Yeah, so I asked Kyla to record the phone call, but turns out the recording doesn't have the voice, right? And then I asked Kyla to write it down.
She remembered?
Yeah, she remembered.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. We did choose the right secretary. All right, everyone. Hey, look, for Wayana, Irma, Dimas, please practice these techniques, okay? We either all are going to move or none of us are going to move, and we're going to have to keep on, dragging, right? So one of the qualities we look for here is self-learning. Vera, this stuff is a little bit outside the scope, but I'm sure you could probably start practicing it in employee and intern and prospect conversations too as well, okay? Great. I think we're seeing you use these techniques fairly effectively, so I think you're coming around to understand that, okay? So for those of you who still need some practice, get your practice. And like I said, move examples of your work onto Slack once a day and just let us review so that you can learn these techniques faster. It normally takes about, I think, up to a month before you should be really, really good at it, okay? All right, that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see the advocacy group here for conversion. Have a nice rest of the week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye. Have a
Thank
nice day,
you.
everyone.
Thank